welcome back to another Heather Mac Reacts. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and let's get on into these Am I the A-hole posts, because you know what? Things out there kind of suck, but maybe we can laugh for a few minutes, so let's try. Am I the a-hole for letting my pregnant coworker get in trouble? Is it really your fault though? Let's see. I, female 24, work an office job. I have a coworker, Anne, female 28, and Anne is currently pregnant and is about 6 months pregnant. We have a dedicated break room where we go for lunch, as we aren't allowed to eat or drink anything except water bottles in the office because of the computers. Well, we all have our own break schedules that are the same every day. Anne and I go to break together. Our lunch break is from 13:30 to 14:30. Don't ask me to do that math. No one else is on this schedule and take their breaks earlier or later. In the break room, there's a few chairs and a couple of couches. Over the past 2 weeks, Anne has started taking naps on one of the couches during her lunch break. I know it's not my business as to what she does on her break. She can do what she wants. Last Friday, Anne and I were taking our breaks as usual. I was listening to music on my headphones, and when it was around 14:30, I got up to go back to work. I didn't really pay attention to what Anne was doing. Everyone was confused and was saying, "Where's Anne?" By around 15 o'clock, I can't with military time, because they needed her, and our boss went into the break room and Anne was still sleeping. Anne got a warning from our boss. Anne is now angry with me because our breaks end at the same time, so I should have woken her up. She said I'm selfish and careless. A lot of our other coworkers are on Anne's side and agree. I told Anne if she can't wake up, she shouldn't sleep during her break. She said the baby makes her tired and accused me of calling her lazy and being insensitive. Is that what she said though? Edit to add, when my break was ending, I was scrolling on my phone and listening to music. I have ADHD. When I do these things, I'm quite oblivious to my surroundings. My husband and my best friend both have ADHD, and I can attest to that. They hyper focus and nothing else is going on around them. They are completely in their own little world. When I do these things, I'm quite oblivious to my surroundings. I didn't not wake Anne up because of malice. If Anne had asked me to wake her up, I would have done so. Edit, at our workplace, we can't just leave our workstations. If I go to look for Anne after getting back to work, I would have gotten in trouble. Our boss was already looking for Anne because some of our coworkers needed her for something. Edit, Anne doesn't normally set an alarm. She just dozes and knows when to wake up usually. No, you're not the a-hole. Listen, Anne is a grown woman. She is responsible for her own nap. She's responsible for her own job. She's responsible for getting back from her own break. It is not your responsibility. Again, like you said, if she had asked you, that would have been a different story. But no, she just expected that she would wake up on time or someone else would wake her up. Nah, you know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. My dad used to always say that, and you know what? It's true. I don't think she's the a-hole. I want to hear what you have to say. Leave it in the comments. Let's move on. Am I the a-hole for telling my siblings the real reason why my parents got divorced? That sounds messy. I, 22 male, have 3 other siblings, 18 male, 15 male, and 12 female. Our parents are no longer together because of my mom's, 42 female, infidelity. She was seeing my best friend's dad, and when my father found out, he kicked her out, and she ended moving with her AP, I don't know what that means, and broke 2 marriages. This all happened 6 years ago, and my siblings saw my dad as the bad guy who kicked their mother out. My 15 male and 12 female decided to live with mom, and dad only had them on weekends. My 18 male brother stayed with us because he was closer to my dad already, but he didn't know what caused our family to fall apart and also seemed to resent my dad. I visited my mom as often as I could, and she seemed happy to have me, but I was the only one who knew what happened. My dad never bad talked my mother and never let my siblings know why they split, even if he had to be seen as the bad guy who kicked her out, and my mom never took any responsibility of what she did to our family. They get along with Jeff, my mom's husband. I did, but lost a lot of respect for him when he went after my mom. My dad will get married to Rosie this October 21st, my late grandma's birthday, and he told my siblings that he wished to have them with him. They started being so mean to him and basically shaming him for getting married and accused him of cheating because he started dating Rose a long time ago. Even the 18 male brother did. They really hate Rose because she came into our lives like 6 months after mom was kicked out. So I asked them to stop. My dad isn't confrontational, so he told them to leave it like it is. They started accusing Rose of being the reason my parents fell apart, but I told them that the reason was my mom's infidelity. Their faces turned red and asked me if I was joking, but I said no. They got back to my mom's house, and 2 days later, they were back asking to stay with my dad full time. Apparently, they confronted her and her husband about what happened. I called my mom to see if everything was okay, but she didn't answer. I went to her house and she was distant. We didn't talk much about it. Her husband texted me later to call me the a-hole for telling my siblings about my mom's affair, and they seem to hate her now. I know it's hard for my mom now because she loves us, but my dad shouldn't be seen as the evil person and she as the great flawless parent. Plus, Rosie shouldn't be seen as a homewrecker when my mom is. Am I the a-hole for letting them know? Nuh-uh. It was not fair that dad was having to take the fall for that. Mom should have fessed up a long time ago, admitted what she did, taken the repercussions for it. But no, she wanted to live as the saintly parent and let her kids hate on the dad for no damn reason. No, not the a-hole. She tore that family apart. She deserved what came to her after that. I want to know what you think in the comments. Leave it down below. I say not the asshole. Okay, last one. Am I the a-hole for not allowing someone to propose during my wedding reception and for planning on not going to their wedding? Sorry, someone's wedding is not your opportunity to propose. That's wild. Let's see what they have to say though. Longtime lurker, first time account posting. I've debated posting this for a while now, but since I've been so vocal the last few days on the subreddit, I figured it was time to find out if I was the a-hole instead of just commenting on others. My wedding was September 21st, 2019. We had a fairly decent sized wedding. My cousin on my stepdad's side, we are not close whatsoever, and her boyfriend have only been dating not even 6 months at this point. I've met the guy once before my wedding and he never shows up to family functions. We're all having a great time at my wedding. My husband and I are mingling with guests while everyone dances. The next thing I know is my cousin's boyfriend asks the DJ for the mic and goes to the center of the dance floor saying he has an announcement to make and calls my cousin over. So I rush over and say, nope, no one is getting engaged during my special day, especially during my reception. You can get engaged later tonight, but not right now. It's my day. Thank you for understanding. And I go to walk away. My cousin starts puffing and my aunt, her mom, starts yelling at me and calling me an entitled brat. It causes a huge fight and they all end up leaving. My mom, stepdad, dad, and stepmom all are on my side and we're even pissed that they think it's okay to do that during a wedding they all paid for. My nana, stepdad's mom, says I was wrong and told me to apologize and call them over and allow him to propose. Needless to say, it didn't happen. Duh. Flash forward to Christmas. It was terrible. My stepdad's entire side were rude and ignoring my husband and I, and of course, guess what happened? My cousin and her now fiance announced their wedding date, September 21st, 2020. Wow, they're getting married on your wedding day. I'm beyond pissed and so not planning to go. It's my damn 1-year wedding anniversary. My family is upset that they would do that to piss me off for not allowing them to get engaged during my reception. My cousin says they chose to get married on their 1-year engagement anniversary. Either way, regardless of the real reason, I'm still upset. Of course, my nana is super excited. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for not allowing them to get engaged during my wedding reception? And am I the a-hole for not attending the wedding on my 1-year anniversary? No. What? Those people are being so vindictive, so petty. They are purposely trying to get back at you for not letting them get engaged at the one day that is just for you and your husband. Y'all get one day that is to yourselves. It's all about you. I don't care what anybody else has going on. That one day is all about the couple, the bride and the groom. And no one should be getting engaged during their freaking reception. Bro, just do it later that night. Do it the next day. Plan a family dinner. Like, plan your own event, pay for your own event, and then make it about you. Don't take an event that someone else paid for to make it all nice and beautiful and make it about you. Nope, I'm fired up about this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna try to cool it down over here. I hope you liked. I hope you enjoyed. That's the same thing. Please subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.